What's up, world of YouTube? This is Chris, aka Bar911970, and as always, I start my videos by thanking you for visiting my channel, and I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Alright guys, I'm going to put in perspective the hypocrisy of how our politicians think, and how they really just can't be this stupid, but unfortunately they just seem that way, but it'll show, sorry, trying to adjust, that they do have an agenda, and I'll prove it very simply. When there is a drunk driving accident, the police don't go after the car. They arrest the drunk driver. Makes sense, doesn't it? Because it's not the car's fault that there's a drunk driving accident. It's the driver who went behind the wheel that caused whatever damage and on any unfortunate death or injury that may occur. We all understand that. As we see with this recent tragedy with the bombing in Boston, you don't see any newspaper or any government official saying, we need to stop bombs. Bombs are the problem. We need to regulate bombs. No, what are they doing? They're having a manhunt for the person who planted the bomb, or potentially planted the bomb. So, can anybody explain to me the logic of when there's a shooting, and of course any shooting is a tragedy, that all of these politicians that go as high as the president, and I use that word very sarcastically, that they all want to ban guns, regulate guns, control guns, have a problem with the guns. People like Piers Morgan say he can't understand why people don't have a problem with regulating guns. But they don't seem to want to talk about the person who pulled the trigger and how many of these people that went on these sprees, if that's really what happened, we're all on some form of medication. They don't want to talk about that because as you're watching that television news propaganda, you'll probably see during at least one commercial break some kind of pill that they're making money on. So I like to put things in proper perspective, and you have to see things for what they truly are and not what you're programmed to believe from your government, the people that we all know are such loving, trusting, incredibly honest people. So, in a drunk driving accident, let's review this. In a drunk driving accident, we don't blame the car, we don't arrest the car, we go after the drunk driver. Perfectly makes sense to me. In a bombing, like we saw recently, so we could see this is actually something that happens, they're not trying to go all out on a war against bombs. They're just doing what they should do. Go after the bomber, the person who planted the bomb, or persons. Even though it will be the wrong people, they just want to satisfy the people out there to see that the government is taking charge. But those two examples make perfect sense. In a logical world, that's what should be done. But when we get to guns, all of a sudden the problem is the gun. The evil part is the gun. It's nothing more than a tool, just like a bomb, and just like a drunk driving accident, just like a car. So anything can become a weapon. So you could take a shoelace and strangle somebody to death. So where do we stop it? So I'm going to keep this video very short. I try and use logic and think other than just using emotion, because when you put things in proper perspective, it makes you see things a little differently. So the next time you're ready to vote for these public leaders who are representing the people, think about their agenda and how much money they have to gain by some kind of agenda that they are trying to persuade you of participating in, or at least believing in. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy your day. Peace.